Have you ever looked at this just explosion of AI-generated art and thought, could this actually be more than just, pretty pictures? Could it be a genuine path to making some income?
Oh, absolutely. The speed is, it's really something else.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah. And today, our deep dive isn't just about listing, say, 5 ways. It's really about digging into the fundamental strategies. How do you turn AI art from just a cool tool into, well, a genuine income stream?
Okay.
So we're going to explore what these side hustles actually involve, the platforms you'd use, the kind of earning potential we're seeing, and maybe most importantly, those clever prompts that make the AI art really sing.
And where's this info coming from?
It's all drawn from a pretty comprehensive look at various sources that are outlining these specific AI art opportunities.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's unpack this. First up, YouTube. We're talking about something called Wisdom Story videos.
Right.
You've probably seen these, right? They're like super shareable, often go viral, basically glorified slideshows.
Yeah, glorified slideshows is a good way to put it. They combine the AI art with AI voiceovers and often AI-written scripts, too.
And they seem to be everywhere on YouTube.
They are. And what's really remarkable is how accessible it all is. I mean, for the visuals, you've got AI art apps like Midjourney, Daily, Leonardo, lots of options. Then you layer on AI voice generators for the narration. Maybe use ChatGPT for the script.
All right.
And the main platform is YouTube, obviously, with its monetization program. YouTube Assets, I think they call it now. It's available pretty much globally, shares ad revenue.
And the money side, that can be pretty eye-opening, can it? We hear about RPM.
Yeah, RPM revenue per mil. So revenue per 1,000 views on average, maybe $3.30 to $4.40, something like that for most YouTube content.
Okay.
But, and this is interesting, we looked at one channel, only 4 months old. They had this one video go viral. Over 2.4 million views in under 2 weeks.
Wow.
So based on those averages, that single video could have brought in somewhere between, say, $7,900 and maybe $10,500.
Just from one video.
Just from one video. And honestly, some videos can get much higher RPMs. We'll touch on that later, maybe. And it really points to this rapid growth potential. We're seeing channels hit over 100,000 subscribers in just 5 months. Videos getting millions of views.
That's fast.
Super fast. Another one we saw gained like 13,000 subs in its first month. It suggests you can hit those monetization thresholds. The 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, really quite quickly.
And the kicker is, these are mostly AI generated.
Yeah, by and large, mostly AI.
Okay, so if you're listening and thinking about creating the art for these,
Right.
what's the secret sauce, like the genius prompt tips, especially for Midjourney?
Well, the real trick, the genius part, isn't just listing keywords. It's about understanding how to kind of nudge the AI.
Right.
For this specific wisdom story vibe, you want precision. Specify the subject's age, their pose, the camera angle, the setting, the feeling you want.
Okay.
But here's the fascinating bit. Sometimes asking for less detail actually works better.
Less detail.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It can create this more mystical, calming effect. Exactly what you want for that wisdom aesthetic. It's like creative restraint, guiding the AI not to overdo it.
That makes sense. I've seen AI images that are just too much, too busy.
Exactly. You pull it back.
Oh.
And always set the aspect ratio to 16:9 for standard YouTube videos. That's crucial.
Right, practical tip. Okay, so asking for less detail, counterintuitive but powerful. Now, digital content is one thing. What about making something tangible, something you can hold?
Yeah. That brings us nicely to the second method, selling AI art pillows using print on demand.
Pillows. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to monetize your art without, filling your house with stock. 2 main routes here.
Okay.
First, you can use those dedicated print-on-demand marketplaces like Zazzle.com or Redbubble.com. You just upload your AI art, pick pillows, and they handle everything else, printing, shipping. You get a commission.
Simple enough.
Or the other way is to combine a general marketplace, maybe Etsy, with a print-on-demand app like Printify.
Okay. How does that work?
So you design your pillow in Printify using your AI art. Then you list that customized product on your Etsy store. When someone buys it from Etsy, Printify makes and ships it. You pocket the profit.
That sounds like it gives you a bit more control, maybe, over the branding and pricing.
Exactly. More flexibility. Speaking of Etsy, there's apparently this huge trend right now. William Morris-inspired throw pillows.
William Morris, the old school British designer.
That's the one. Famous for, revitalizing traditional textile design back in the 19th century. And some Etsy stores focusing on this style. They reportedly made over $100,000 in the past year.
Wow. just from pillows with that kind of design.
Yeah. And what's really interesting here is Midjourney. It's like uniquely good at replicating the styles of other artists, especially historical ones like Morris.
So it's not just a tech trick, it's what, like democratizing design.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. It gives creators access to these classic aesthetics, these beloved designs, without needing years of traditional art school. It fundamentally changes who can play in these markets.
Okay, so if you want to capture that William Morris vibe in Midjourney, what are the prompt tips?
Right. So definitely include the artist's name, William Morris, in the prompt. Then add the image type like seamless pattern for fabric, the specific style, the overall aesthetic you want, and a subject.
Like what kind of subject?
Well, apparently frogs are weirdly popular in this space right now.
Frogs. Okay.
Yeah. But, maybe butterfly for a slightly more elegant example for a pillow design. Something thematic.
Butterflies sound a bit safer than frogs, maybe. That's fascinating about democratizing access, though. And it's wild that the instructions themselves, the prompts, can become the product.
Oh, absolutely. Which leads us perfectly into method number 3,
Okay.
selling the Midjourney prompts themselves.
Selling the recipe, not just the cake.
Exactly. These carefully crafted text prompts, they're valuable assets in their own right. People are selling them on Etsy, often just as like PDF files. And there are dedicated marketplaces too, like PromptBase.
Okay, selling prompts, I admit, that's a bit mind-bending. Why would someone buy a prompt instead of just trying it themselves?
Time and expertise, mostly. A really good prompt can save someone hours of experimenting. Or maybe it unlocks a very specific, very complex look that they just can't figure out how to generate.
I see. And is there real money in it?
Apparently so. I saw a report an Etsy research app estimated that one seller just selling 3 PDF files with Midjourney t-shirt prompts made over $27,000.
$27,000 for text prompts.
Yeah, and PromptBase, that platform is buzzing, especially with Midjourney prompts. They're the most popular.
What do they typically cost?
Prompt packs might go for like $2.99, maybe $7.99. But there was one really popular prompt selling for $14.99
Why so much more?
because it was designed to create realistic product mock-up photos.
Ah.
So it actually saved the buyers money they would have spent on photographers or stock photos. Huge utility.
So it's about the value it provides, the problem it solves. Okay, that makes sense. Now, speaking of creating specific content, let's circle back to YouTube, but maybe a different vibe this time.
Right, a darker vibe. Method 4, storytime videos, but focusing on the creepy stories niche.
Creepy stories. Okay, so similar setup to the wisdom videos. AI art, slideshows, AI voiceovers.
Yeah, pretty much. AI art, AI voice, maybe even AI scripts for the stories themselves. But this niche, it seems to have potential for massive views and significantly higher earnings.
Higher earnings. Why is the creepy stuff potentially more lucrative?
It seems to come down to audience engagement and, crucially, the types of advertisers attracted to that content.
Oh, okay.
Niches like creepy stories can pull in specific high-value ad categories, so each view can be worth more. One channel owner in this niche actually shared their average RPM. It was $11.
$11 compared to the $3 to $4 average. That's huge.
It's a massive difference.
Yeah.
Take a channel like Whisper Diaries. They're pulling in, 1.2 to 1.5 million views a month? At an $11 RPM, that's potentially over $15,000 a month just from YouTube ads.
15,000. Wow.
Yeah. And another one, Dr. Spooks, a newer channel, was apparently earning over $2,300 a month from ads within just 4 months of starting.
And again, mostly AI generated.
Mostly AI generated. Now, obviously, you don't have to do creepy stories. Any story time niche could work. But the creepy one does seem to have that higher earning potential right now.
Okay, so if you want that spooky, unsettling look, how do you prompt for that in Midjourney?
Right, this brings up a really important point about Midjourney. Version play.
Version play. You mean using older versions of the software?
Exactly. For people newer to Midjourney, it might feel weird,
Yeah.
but switching between versions, like, say, going back to 5.2 from the current V6, can give you drastically different results. Understanding these nuances is key.
So newer isn't always better for every style.
Definitely not. For specific effects, an older version might be perfect. So, for prompts, get detailed. Describe the scene, a suburban American house, maybe mention the architectural style. Detail level. Here's a key one for creepiness. Strong use of negative space.
Negative space, so like emptiness around the subject.
Exactly. It creates that feeling of isolation, unease, dread. Really ramps up the creep factor. Then add the feeling you want. The type of lighting, maybe eerie moonlight. And again, aspect ratio 16:9 for YouTube.
That negative space tip is gold. And the version switching, that's a huge insight. It's not just the words, it's the tool version you use. Okay, fascinating. Let's move to our final method, number 5, back to tangible products.
Yep. Method 5, selling AI art shower curtains via print on demand.
Shower curtains, really?
Surprisingly lucrative. Much like the pillows, it's another print on demand product where AI art can really shine. The sales methods are similar too.
So Printify plus Etsy again? Or Redbubble?
Both work. Use Printify to create the custom curtain listed on Etsy. And top-selling shower curtains can go for $50, even $70.
$70 for a shower curtain?
Yeah, and the cost from Printify might be around $28, $29 plus shipping. So even after Etsy fees, you could be looking at over 40% profit margins. Pretty healthy.
Definitely.
Or you could use the dedicated marketplaces like Zazzle or Redbubble. Shower curtains are actually quite popular there too.
Any tips for finding out what kind of shower curtain designs are popular?
Yeah, good question. A neat trick on Redbubble is to just sort designs by best-selling. It shows you what's trending, and sometimes it's unexpected.
Like what?
Well, one example that popped up was cowboy cats in a cool vintage style. But the key was it looked deliberately kind of photoshopped,
Yeah.
not realistic.
Cowboy cats, photoshopped. Okay, the internet is a weird place. How do you even get Midjourney to make something look deliberately fake or photoshopped like that?
And it comes back to version play. You might need to switch versions, maybe go back to 5.1 this time, because V6 might just be too good, too realistic.
Right. Trying to make it look less perfect.
Exactly. So prompt tips. Describe the image type, maybe add minimalism if you don't want a busy background. Specify the vintage style. And then crucially, add words like photoshopped or fake directly into the prompt.
You actually tell it fake.
Yeah, tell it you don't want realism. Add a specific color palette. And play with the style parameter.
Style parameter. That's that.
It's a setting in Midjourney, usually a number from 1 to 1,000. Think of it like how artistic versus how literal you want the AI to be. A higher number, say 500, tells Midjourney to take more creative liberties, be more stylized, even if it strays a bit from your exact text.
So you trade some control for more artistry?
Sort of. You have to find that sweet spot for the look you want. For that fake photoshopped look, you might need a lower style value to keep it closer to the prompt, or maybe experiment to see what works with the fake keyword. It's all about experimentation.
Okay, cowboy cats aside, that's another layer of control. So let's recap. We've covered 5 distinct ways AI art could become a side hustle.
Yep. We had wisdom story videos on YouTube.
Right, then selling AI art pillows via print on demand.
Then the meta idea of selling the actual Midjourney prompts.
Followed by those high-earning, creepy storytime videos, again on YouTube.
And finally, selling AI art shower curtains, another print-on-demand angle.
And the common threads seem to be this blend of, well, creativity, but also smart platform choices, and really getting clever with those AI prompts, even playing with different software versions.
Exactly. These tools really do empower you to combine your own unique interests, your artistic side, whatever it is, with technology. It creates opportunities that honestly just didn't exist a few years back.
It really makes you think. So for everyone listening, as you mull over what we've discussed, what hidden talent or maybe niche interest could you combine with AI to create your next opportunity?